Back, take a picture. If you notice, there are no other lights in the park that are doing this. Please make your presence known to us. This night, when the veil between the worlds of the living and the dead are at their thinnest, the light just went off again. Thank you. Please speak to us. Take a picture. Find us through. Creepy is it's nighttime, it's dark everywhere, and we're nowhere near major light, and there's still shadow. Yes. Just heard something just now. Yeah, I just heard depression. Okay. The light just came on, and the EMF detector is going to blink. And I heard a voice over here. Oh my God. Spirit, if you're present, please make yourself known in this photograph.
In the movie, 3 Men and a Baby, there's a scene where two of the characters enter and exit a room. In the background, in front of a window, a strange figure can be seen. Who is it? Why is it there?
Oh yeah, that Ghost Boy scene. Yeah, well, according to legend, they were filming that scene in a room where a boy had committed suicide. He had shot himself with either a rifle or a shotgun. And the interesting thing is, when Ted Danson and Celeste Holm enter that room, you don't see the boy in the window, but you can make out a gun, like a rifle or a shotgun, pointed at the ground. And then as the two leads exit the room, the boy can clearly be seen standing at the window.
Yes, this is a phenomenon which occurs very frequently. Oftentimes it can be explained away as dust, moisture in the air, or light reflection. The chances are you probably have a number of orbs in your own photos if you look for them. Some people believe they are the light signature for spirits or spirit guides which localize around a person or a particular dwelling. Some think orbs are a buildup of psychic or spectral energy which can be captured on film. But most times orbs are invisible to the naked eye, and it's only after developing your film or reviewing your photos later that you see them. Some even think that they're an entirely new or previously unknown form of life. As for James and I, we simply use our intuition when capturing them. For instance, we went spirit chasing at the City Auditorium earlier this month, and we kept hearing reports of a female specter which kept appearing at this particular stairwell. So every time our EMF detector went off, we snapped a picture. And although there was a lot of human activity there that night, a musical had just let out and there was a volleyball game, the orbs did appear. They were very weak and very faint, but they were there. And why? Why in these photos, when ones taken elsewhere, showed no activity? So I do believe, and I do feel on an intuitive level, that a spirit was trying to make itself visible to us. But it really depends on the perception of the observer. You are entitled to think what you want of it. So let's go back to that evening and look at some of the orbs, and you can decide for yourself what they were doing in these photos.
There's a room in the city auditorium where a man was murdered. He was dismembered, and parts of his body, including his head, were found throughout the building. One night while filming there, the Spirit Chasers picked up the image of bloody handprints all over the walls. Thinking it was no more than a Halloween prank from a previous year, they put it out of their minds. However, the next year, when they commented on the grisly appearance of the room, they were informed that the walls had never been painted in such a manner, and no one knew what they were talking about. One of the Spirit Chasers was shown the room again, and found that its walls were completely bare. Were they able to capture, under certain circumstances, the bloody evidence of a crime which went unpunished? It seems the truth whispers of the tragedy in their photos, in images that will perhaps replay themselves over and over again until justice has been served. Okay, this is Christopher and James from the Spirit Chasers. We've gone dark, and we're now going to go above the stage and hunt.
Well, tonight, do you know where I'm going? Your friend Smiley is going to spend the night in a haunted house on a spook hunt. You heard me, a spook hunt in a haunted house. I'm bringing my little old wire recorder along with me, and if you tune in tomorrow evening at this time, you'll learn what it's like to spend a night in a haunted house. Ain't that something? Yeah. A real haunted house. No kidding. 4 people are known to have committed suicide there. So tune in tomorrow night and share a real thrill with your old pal Smiley. I must be crazy, Smith. Good night.
We've just been listening to a playback of the recordings you made out there.
We've just heard the recording. From what we heard on the recording, there were ghosts in that house.
Ghosts? Who can say now what he saw? Or thought he saw?
Back